Hello, my lovely audience. Welcome to another video. Second video I'm recording today. You feeling? Give me a moment. Anyway, welcome to What If Deku at the Quirk Monster Diseases. Give me a moment. So then, how does this quirk work? Well, you're gonna see later on in the video. Now then. We cut to a couple walking lovey-dovey into down the street at night. Yeah, the sun's down, it's dark at night, blah blah blah. So, yeah. Until they would hear a female voice say, "Help! Help! Please!" They would quickly, run into the alley. The two of them are pro-heroes. Yeah. The two of them would run into the alley, but they wouldn't see anyone. And they would... give me a moment. Something would rather intensely breathe down their necks, as well. You heroes really are gullible. Before the two of them could react, a set of claws would dig into their throats, ripping them out. As the creature would, attempt to smile, even though it kind of bit off its cheeks and lips. So it would do its best to smile, but fail miserably, as the creature, still breathing heavily, would say, "Works every time." The creature would then bend down and start digging into its meal. A small, rather emaciated boy would climb out of, a little, hole. It's a little hole to someone's basement that the boy has just been living out of. This boy is, emaciated in appearance, muscles, kind of. Yeah. Rather, oh my goodness. Rather, what's the word? Starved. They have sunken cheeks, you can see their bones, blah blah blah. The boy has green hair. As well, the boy would just kind of climb out of the little, essentially, grate, the little hole to the basement he was living in, as he would say, "Are the heroes gone?" The creature would look at him and once again do its best to smile and say, "Look for yourself, Izuku." Izuku would look at, the dead bodies, as he would say, "Can I have some?" The creature would throw him a ripped-off arm, as Izuku would start to eat it. The two of them would just sit there and eat in silence, until footsteps can be heard and Izuku would climb back and get right. The creature would climb up along a wall as a hero would come along and yell, "Firestorm and Spitfire have been killed and brutally cannibalized by the looks of it. Oh, disgusting!" The creature sitting on top of the building would kind of glare at the hero like, "You interrupted my meal, bastards." The hero would begin, running away, attempting to, he's quote-unquote attempting to find the killer, but in reality he's running for his sweet life. It's one of those heroes. As the creature would climb down and, say, "Zuko, it's safe, you can come out." No. You said that last time, and a hero came along. I'm not. Children. The creature would pick up a severed arm and throw it into the little hole, as Izuku would just, as well the sounds of meat being eaten would just come into play. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, the fuck is this thing? You said, like, historical monsters. What is this? Well, it's a tall, pale creature with claws on its hands, no hair, and, well, no cheeks or lips, like I said. Now, how tall? It's like 8 feet. Now, I'm sure you're all wondering, the fuck is this and why does Izuku talk to it? Well, it is actually a mythologically accurate wendigo. Yeah, but you weren't expecting that. Mythologically accurate wendigo. So, yeah. Why Izuku has the thing with him is, well, because of his quirk, which is called... Give me a moment. His quirk is called M-A-M. Or MAM. But it's called MAM. Like, that's the abbreviation. It stands for Monster Pathogen Maker. Now, how this quirk works is Izuku has a set of highly, well, adaptable and, well, mutation prone, essentially viral cells that his body produces. Now, these viral cells, it's a weird combination of a virus and a cell. And it has the extremely bad habit of mutating beyond your wildest dreams. And, well, under certain conditions, certain things will happen. Now, Izuku, well, how he got the wendigo is quite a depressing story, so let's get into it. Izuku at this time, well, the time of, the heroes arriving, is 6. So, he gets his quirk at the age of 3. And, well, he's on a, outing with his family. He's 3, he's, like, playing with Kachan. It's, him and Bakugo and those people. Give me a moment. Yeah. The Bakugo family and the Midoriya family have gone out on a vacation during the winter. Now, one particularly blizzardy day, Izuku and his family are running back home. No, Izuku's playing out in the woods, and, well, a snowstorm would start just out of the blue, a blizzard. As it turns out, it is the result of a hero with a nice quirk and a villain with a nice quirk's little scuffle. So a snowstorm would start because of that. And, well, many a people would end up freezing to death or getting caught in the crossfire, including Izuku. And, well, the wind and, well, the force of what's happening sent him deeper into the forest. A couple of hours later, he would wake up and see, a person, another person with him, who seemed to be carrying him. 2 people, actually. The person ahead of them has what looks like bite marks in their stomach. It looks like it was ripped open. And the person that was carrying him is currently on the ground, like, suffering from frostbite. Yeah, the person who was carrying him, his mouth is covered in blood, and, well, he's, frozen. Like, almost entirely frozen through. And, well, Izuku, not wanting him to die, would do what feels right, and stick his nails, in the guy. Give me a moment, I have to bring the coffee I was making. Yes, I was making coffee whilst I'm recording. Give me a moment. So, Izuku sticks his nails in the man that was carrying him as, well, the man's veins would bulge, and a transformation would occur inside of the man. Now, the fact that he's freezing to death, plus the fact that he has eaten a human, an extremely stressful and horrible thing to do, times the stress of freezing to death, times the stress of eating the corpse, plus, the fact he's freezing to death, plus the adrenaline, all mixed together to form a wendigo. Now, I saw a very nice biology video about the possible biology of a wendigo by someone named Thought Potato. Yes, like a potato gained intelligent thought. Not a big deal. Yeah, this person made a very nice biology video based off the wendigo, so I will be using said biology he made for this what if. Sound good? Okay. Also, they make a lot more things about biology, like mummies and so on and so forth. I'm gonna watch those, and if I do another part, I'm going to include them. Because, well, I really want to use his biology. Like, it was so in-depth. I can't even remember the names of all the nerves he named. I just remember that they're the ones in charge of controlling your metabolism. So, yeah. It was fucking incredible. Along with, the density increased of a specific part of the brain that allows you to, well, understand speech and increased musculature in your vocal cords. Like, oh my goodness, I love those kinds of things. In case you're wondering, I am a big role player, and I'm also very big in diving into speculative worlds, or fictional worlds, or just biology in general. Things like that just make my day, and the fact that they went so in depth into everything just makes me so happy, because I don't even know how to describe it. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm a fan of roleplay and in-depth type beat things. And just so you know, someone made a comment asking me to do a schizophrenia what if. They made a police report. They made a fucking police report. I mean, you can't do that and not expect me to make it. Like I said, I am big into roleplay, and the fact that I got a whole ass police report is just like, oh my. Yeah, my, role player senses are tingling. So, yeah. Anyway, back to the what if, enough with my rant. So, Izuku would stuff his nails into the man's neck, and something would change within him. The man's sense of right or wrong would go out the window, and his body would begin warming up. And while the changes to this man have become rather gradual. Yeah, gradual. What do I mean by that? The man just got up and just carried Izuku to safety, and ever since then, the man's been rather clingy towards Izuku, which makes sense. The two of them almost died, so no one really takes a big think into it. But Izuku would be diagnosed, quote unquote, quirkless, because of the extra toe joint, and they really didn't do any work after that. But like many things in this what if, the toe joint in this world, of mine at least, this what if, is a myth. It's a myth. Just like many things that will be in future parts, if I continue. But, yeah. I might just continue based off the sheer fact that I'm gonna be learning about the biology. I am a biology nut, first and foremost. So don't trust me with your alien life forms. All I'm saying. Joke. But, yeah. Anyway, the Midoriya family and that man have become rather close friends, but said friendship was kind of cut off once Izuku was discovered to be quirkless. This is about 1 week after the incident of Izuku almost dying. Like, the friendship's been cut off. In this what if Izuku has a sister, by the way. Her quirk is that, well, she can alter her own body's cells however she sees fit. But yeah, cut back to the man who we're gonna call Henry. After about a week of, well, the MAP being inside of his bloodstream. Well, not bloodstream, more so the nerves that control his digestive system. After about a week of this, his biology has begun shifting. His nails have become rather sharp claws, and he's become constantly hungry. And well, he needs a lot of protein. And well, something else I liked was the fact that Thought Potato made the argument that the Wendigo doesn't just eat people, like in a biological sense. It's just that people are more readily available in the dead of winter. Once again, another amazing thing by that video. Okay, I'll shut up about it, but I really recommend it. Link in the description to their channel, because good grief. Anyway, yeah. So, the biology. So, yeah, humans are the most readily available in a big city, so that's what the man Henry, yeah, that's what I think I named him, has been eating. People. And well, ever since Izuku was diagnosed quote-unquote quirkless, he's been locked in the basement. Anyway, Henry's managed to file a little hole out for him, so he can get in and out. But it's weird. Henry seems to retain his cognitive abilities, but whenever Izuku asks him to do something, even if it could get him killed, he'll still do it. Like, under Izuku's command, the man loses all sense of free will or thought, which is neat. Anyway, Izuku has discovered that he is able to take back a few cells, a few MAP cells from the man's bloodstream. Upon doing this, he essentially gains the abilities of the creature without the drawbacks. So he has, well, the Wendigo's sharp claws and ability to climb, increased body temperature, and, well, more energeticness because of its increased metabolism. But he doesn't need to worry about becoming malnourished. That's the term. Well, malnourished in appearance, and, yeah, doesn't have to worry about the drawbacks of starving to death if he doesn't eat 6 meals a day. Yeah. So, it's just to keep the quirk active, essentially. Like, what he gains. He still has to act like he has the drawbacks if he wants to use the abilities he's gained, but the drawbacks won't affect him. But he has to act like it because, to have the metabolism of a Wendigo, you have to eat like one too, type beat. But yeah, along with that, Henry's teeth, from gnawing on bone, have begun falling out and being replaced with other teeth, creating this weird, pattern. Not pattern, more so his teeth are randomly litted in his mouth, each one sharp like a knife. They're all randomly litted in his mouth. Hell, some teeth are trying to push out other teeth to make room for more teeth. It's quite concerning. But here's one thing Thought Potato didn't give to the Wendigo, but I am giving to the Wendigo. Well, he didn't discuss the possibility. Now, how Henry grows taller is essentially by activating, essentially tricking his body into thinking that he's still a child, reactivating bone plates in his body, allowing him to grow taller. This is not voluntary, it's a side effect of, well, it's a side effect of MAM. It's a side effect of MAM, where he's just growing taller. Now, he's like he's like 8 feet right now. And this is when Izuku's 6, okay? Yeah. It eventually stopped, but... So, I am saying that he can remake the bone plates in his body. Once again, passive, he has no control over it. But if a limb gets chopped off, he can remake the bone plates and, well, regrow the limb. Meaning, if you don't kill him, he'll only come back stronger. Type beat. Which has some merit, because, well, you cut someone, and the skin and muscle that grows back will most likely grow back stronger. How do you think building muscle works? You tear your own muscles through physical exercise, so said muscles can grow back stronger. So, yes, every time you chop off one of his limbs, it does grow back stronger. But without doing that, he's about as strong as a human man. Because his bones aren't any denser, so there's no reason to grow extra muscle. So he's just a rather emaciated, tall-looking man. So, like, imagine LeBron James if he was... Imagine white LeBron James that has never heard of the sun. Joke, but yeah. So, yeah, now that I'm done with the Quirk explanation, let's continue. So, Izuku's eating the human limb, using the wendigo side of him, the wendigo genes, to be able to rip through it as fast as possible and convert it into energy as fast as possible. He needs to be, rather active if, he's gonna survive. His plan is that he needs to build up as much, body fat as he can, so he can go for a while without eating, and essentially escape. Little does he know that using the wendigo genes, essentially, no, he doesn't have the drawbacks, so yes, he is building fat. Another good thing that explains the wendigo's constant hunger, once again thought by Thought Potato. I can't help it. Like, that's kind of what the video's based off of. Another good thing thought by Thought Potato, ironic, yes, is that the wendigo, the cells responsible for making lipids for fat, they've just died off. Like, the virus that causes the mutations in the wendigo, body changes anyway, have, essentially killed all the cells that make the lipids for fat, resulting in, the body not being able to store fat or regulate its, regulate the chemicals produced by the body, meaning the wendigo is super active and full of energy, except it's constantly starving and it can't store any fat for later, so it needs to constantly be eating. It's like a hummingbird situation. So, yeah, Henry can't exactly, chill it with how much he eats, because if he does, he will probably starve to death and leave Izuku to die. So that's why Izuku's eating the arm, and Henry's eating the 2 bodies. Izuku would kind of climb out of his sewer grate, fat, blood dripping down his mouth, as he would look at Henry and, kinda puppy dog eyes. As Henry would finish eating the last of the last of the 2 heroes, as he would say. I know the feeling there, but let's go get something else. Zuko would lift up both of his hands like, yay! Henry would smile, do his best to smile and say, If I were to form in the wild, like, naturally, up in Canada, or, like, anywhere where usual wendigos belong, I would probably have starved to death, been killed, or frozen to death at this point, so at least, I have that debt to you. Henry doesn't know why he said it, he just wants to see Izuku smile more, so might as well thank him on something. Izuku would smile, like, brightly. Henry can't help but think how pure he looks. And this is like a creature that has lost all sense of morality and only knows one thing, and that's the sheer heartfelt desire to eat as much protein as possible. Yeah, that's how, like, pure Izuku's smile is, as, like, Henry would think to himself, how can you abandon such cuteness? Izuku would climb on Henry's back as Henry would begin scaling up a wall. Once again, an actual ability Wendigos have because of their claws. Give me a moment. As well, Henry would find, like, a hero with blue wings, as Henry would use his usual stick of "Help, help!" in a female voice. Man comes to save. Henry would stab the shit out of him with his claws, as, like, he would bite down on, like, as him and Izuku would start eating. Cut to Hawks, who's, like, a teenager at this point. Yeah, he's, like, 13, I'd say, right now. Hawks is, like, sitting in front of his door, kind of, like, waiting, tapping his foot. His mother would be like, I forgot Hawks' name, so I'm just going to refer to him as Hawks. Hawks, dear, Tony will be back soon. But what if Dad doesn't come back? Cut to, the blue-winged hero that, like, Izuku and Henry are eating. Like, Izuku would kind of just rip off his face, throw it to the side, like, so his family can remember him, as he would just bite into the skull. But as, like, Hawks would look up at his mother, like, I guess so. Time skip about 2 days. The heroes Firestarter and Blue Sky, yeah, that's what I'm naming him, have all died and been horrifically cannibalized. Yes, we have a cannibal killer, everyone. The reporter would just get up and throw his papers up. It's the fucking purge, I guess! Like, what the fuck? I get there are quirks out there that makes you eat human meat, but look at this! He would just display a picture of one of the, bodies Henry and Izuku couldn't finish because, well, cops. Such a drab. It's all bleeped, but, like, it's all censored, but the reporter who's looking at this would just throw up, like, ugh. At least be decent about it. Good grief. Why did you have to start with the male genitalia? Why'd you have to start with the balls? Henry would just kind of sneeze, like, You okay, Henry? Yeah, just think someone's talking about my dietary preference. I like to get out the worst bits first, okay? He would just randomly yell. Izuku's just covers his ears because Henry, like most Wendigos, have, improved muscles in their necks, specifically vocal cords, allowing them to project their voices much further than average people, which gives them a much louder voice. Along with that, they have much more fine-tuned control over their, vocal cords because of improved development of those specific nerves. Once again, thank you, Thought Potato, for, such an immaculate video on the biology of these things. I am so happy. I have a dozen more downloaded, which I'm gonna watch. So, like, yeah, the news reporter's just like, oh my fuck, this person's a sicko. So, yeah, if society goes to shit, if there's more than one of these fuckers out there, and society goes to shit, he would just kind of put on a gas mask. It's gonna be the purge, bitches, and I'm not gonna die. He would just pull a shotgun from under the table. As, like, the female reporter next to him, we all know that classic male and female reporter duo. The female reporter next to him would just kind of pull out a gas mask from also under the table and pull out another shotgun, like, you're right, honey, why not? As, like, the censor bleep would come up. A white-haired Izuku would just kind of be in the center, like Looney Tunes, as the white-haired Izuku would go, only one more like to go. As he would just freeze again. Wait, that wasn't exactly... What? Why did I just say that? Huh. Well, shit. He's managing to peek through even other what-ifs. Good grief. But it's like the colored sensor bars, the da-da-da-da-da, and just like a white-haired, one-piece styled Izuku just rubber hose, like, okay signing. As, like, cut back to, as the censor bleep would, stop, the two reporters are chained to their chairs, as, like, one of the crewmen are saying to them, finish the damned news broadcast before you start going sicko mode on us! Oh, wait, we're on! Anyway, yeah, that's the end of the show, bye-bye. Wait, we need to talk about the nuclear power plant blowing up. No, that out of time for the show. This could kill hundreds of people, thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people. The show's done! He would just jump across the table, breaking out of his chains as he would grab the camera, hold it up to his face and yell, the show's done! And slam his head against the camera as, like, it would break. And then another sensor card would just pop up. You know, that TV card that happens when your show is like, yeah, that cartoon kind of thing. That kind of bleeping thing. You know, there's some problems at the studio type beat. As, like, cut to the Midoriya family, who are just looking at this like, the fuck? They're kind of just staring at the TV like, since when was the news so aggressive? Oh, I just remembered we had a child in our basement. Did we feed him? I think we fed him. Like, that's kind of what Inko's thinking, as she would just slowly nod, like, yeah, I think we fed him. Anyway, my lovely, lovely audience, I'm ending this what if off here. If you want a continuation, get this video to like 15 likes, I guess. Yeah, anyway, goodbye, my lovely, lovely audience. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye. And also, the next video I'm gonna post is gonna be the Upper Moons what if could summon Upper Moons. I've already had that recorded. That was the first video I recorded today. Anyway, goodbye. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye!